Hi, I'm Mark Dias, and welcome to an all-new Let's Play. Elf? Really? That's what you're going with? Oh, Crave. According to my cousin, you made good wrestling games. Your MMA games on PlayStation 1 weren't that bad, but you just went down quick. I hate Will Ferrell. I mean, this movie was the only movie I can tolerate him in. But then after that, he pretty much acts like this in every movie. And there were some great moments in the movie. I love how the guy from Game of Thrones was in it. Tyrion, the guy who plays Tyrion. I always forget his name. I always think Michael Dorn, but then I'm like, no, that's Worf. And then I think of the other guy from the movie Troll, who his name is like Manuel something. I don't know. But he was absolutely awesome, and he pretty much sold this movie when he kicked Will Ferrell's ass. I mean it. Collect as many candies as you can. Use the gumdrops to jump higher. Watch out for icicles and falling bridges. Look out for polar bears. This is like a bad movie cash-in. Look at that jump. I have no other button but jump. Okay. Is it bad that I actually want to kill him? That is the crappiest polar bear I've ever seen. I don't know how you're supposed to get that one. Jesus Christ! You sent me all the way back. This game is like... This game is the kind of game that should come in like a McDonald's Happy Meal. God, those polar bears are fucking ugly. Good, never again. This game is like so painfully generic. Remember that part in Elf when he jumped over polar bears incessantly? I don't either. Zooey Deschanel, or whatever she wants to say her last name is over and over again. She's pretty damn hot. Really? She was a lot better in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Also, she always does, like, frustratingly tempting partial nudity, where you don't actually see anything, but you almost do. And it's very frustrating, because she's freaking gorgeous. I'm not saying that I have to see every celebrity, female celebrity naked, it's just, it would be nice. Oh, yeah, derp. So, I don't know. That's just one of those things. I mean, she could make, like, the world's worst movie, but if she was topless in it for even, like, 3 minutes, I'd probably watch it. 'Cause I'm like that. I don't know. Nudity can sometimes win over a movie for me. I mean, granted, there's always the internet, but I don't know. I need to spell New York. Oh god, that was actually kind of satisfying. But I don't know. And I'm just always interested. It's not so much nudity for nudity's sake, but it always makes me wonder, what would she look like naked? I guess that's purely a male question, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of women who like aren't gay, but would always be wondering, oh my god. Who'd always be wondering what someone else looks like naked. Apparently I missed the E somewhere, unless it's later. At least there's not like a time limit. Ah, there's the E. Motherfucker. I'm not gonna get past this level. He's gonna lose his rainbow heart meter and that's it. I don't know. Our roommate is kind of the perfect perv, like me and Delirious, like Delirious and I. So we watched Spartacus, and that was just like, you know, that show really was eye candy for either sex, because it's pretty much like, you know, if you're into shirtless, sweaty men, that's pretty much that show had it in abundance. And seeing Lucy Lawless naked was really good, especially for her age. I mean, that's like one amazing thing. I mean, not saying she's like really old, but she's old enough where it's like, you know, you think it would be like a hot mess, but she looked really good in the series. Not saying that the nudity and violence like won the series for me, but it's always a fascinating. The story of Spartacus is always fascinating, even though it's not really realistic, probably, to the Spartacus story. Santa Claus says, "Get out, you're not a damn elf." I don't know. Uh-oh. This is going to be a goddamn disaster. Okay, I was standing on the water. Apparently I can't go that way. Alright. This is a fucking mess. Good lord. This is just like... what the fuck? I thought I was gonna eat shit right there. Do I have to like hit the buoy or something? Or is it just like when I get here I'm safe? Because I really don't want to go all the way back to start. Dude, Game Boy is like the worst with diagonals. Nintendo systems fail at goddamn diagonals. Mauled by a bear. You're really gonna do this to me? God damn it. God damn it! Yeah, I am aware of that, you fuck. Ugh, gotta start this candy ass shit all over. Shut up! This is gonna take like a year for me to do. Yep. Fuck that other shit. That was stupid of me to try to jump there. Better give me goddamn health. This thing's friggin' Gauntlet of Doom. I don't know. As much as, like, men watch movies for nudity, I know a lot of girls who watch movies for nudity. I mean, they're not really looking for Johnsons and all that shit, but... I don't know. Alright, Polar Bear, get the fuck out of my way. With your poorly animated self. Yeah, I'm gonna need this snowflake. Yay, waiting! But, I don't know. Also, a lot of people get obsessed with, like, really weird celebrities. Like, I don't know. Like, I understand people who had, like, hardcore freaking boners for Megan Fox, but I think that had more to do with the fact that she was a hot chick with Transformers than it had anything to do with her actually being attractive. I think she is, but, like, a lot of people, like, especially, like, attractive celebrities end up getting, like, plastic surgery, and then they just don't look as good. I mean, case in point is freaking Angelina Jolie. A lot of people think she's hotter now, but no way. Her and the original Hackers... Oh, I gotta do this all over again. Dude, this fucking sucks. I could deal with the tedious beginning, but this is like... You're trying my patience game. I said you're trying... Oh god, you have to go so far back, too. Dude, if I were a kid, I would have spiked this cartridge by now. Oh, there's a moving platform over there. I'm taking that. Fuck this shit. Hopefully it lets me shortcut all this BS in the way. But yeah, so... Oh, good, and that's the continue point. I don't know, and I never see the big deal. Like, I hate when, like, celebrities are like, I won't show my boobs. Or, like, you know, people, like, I guess, like, think it's, like, degrading or something. I don't know. I've never understood that. I think that's, like, a weird idea. Oh, come on. How long are you gonna take with this? I was about ready just to throw myself in the water. Just to get it over with. I don't care about that gumdrop. Or whatever that is. The Skittle. I don't care about any of this stuff. Do not care. Points are the least... what I'm least worried about. Oh, good. Oh. Ah, no. It's like the freaking thing with, like, Sandra Bullock. I think that's weird that, like... I don't know. I guess it's, like, to me it seems, like, immature if you're like, I wouldn't want to get naked in this. And it's not like you, like, are forced to get naked in a situation. It's just one of those things, like, if you don't love yourself enough to be like, I'm fine with being naked, that's just confusing to me. And a lot of people, like, try to take, like, the moral high ground about it, but there isn't a moral... there isn't a moral high ground about stuff like that. I mean, nudity is nudity. It's not like it's a morality issue. Like, it'd be different if you were, like, doing porn movies or something, but, like, hey, some people like doing that, so don't knock it. I'm I'm just gonna wait. There's no time limit. Patience is a virtue. But, I don't know. And why am I talking about this during Elf? I guess it's just the whole Zooey to Chanel or whatever. Alright. Don't get mauled by a bear. I shouldn't have jumped off. Oh, there's some health. Should I risk it? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna risk it. Alright, I can see there are polar bears down there. And also, I think, like, not to say, like, to make fandom based, but I think it's, like, showing, like, that you're confident enough, no matter what you look like, to get naked, I think is a better role model than being, like, obnoxiously prude. I also think it ends up, again, over-sexualizing things, because it's like, oh my god, she's naked. But, I don't know. I mean, I remember there was a lot more nudity in movies when I was younger. I mean, come on now. Like, if you were one of those people that was, like, opposed to nudity, like, you gotta think of, like, great scenes that feel really, like, good and real. Like, in the beginning of Total Recall with Sharon Stone, like, in bed. Like, real couples do that. And if you're like, no, that's unrealistic and I wouldn't get naked, like, I just don't think you have a real life. Like, or you have the most awkward sex life in the world. I don't know. I guess it just feels more real when people are kind of in a natural setting. And, like, if the nudity is, like, forced or, like, awkward, you know, okay. Nice going, way to go! They probably figure that's enough of that. Slide down the mountain as fast as you can, collecting as many objects as you can. Avoid any obstacles that you encounter. Do not fall too often. Oh, good lord, this is terrible. Good lord. These controls are like made out of butter. Alright. The goal is just to avoid getting hit by stuff. I don't really care about collecting things. I think I really should have gone to get that, but... Oh, I'm on a time limit too? That's fucking stupid. At least I got some health. Whoosh! Fatical to the max. I don't know, I also think it would just give people a healthier attitude about it. Actually, I just saw this thing about, talking about, like, you know, birth control and issues like that, and, like, this guy's like, women used to put an aspirin between their knees, and that was, you know, cheap and effective way to not get pregnant. Like, I'm sorry, but the whole, like, just don't do it thing doesn't work. Like, we had a whole bunch of freaking promise maker people in my high school, because that's when that stupid thing was first starting. And goddamn, they would do anything but regular vaginal sex. It was freaking crazy. So, I don't know. I just think it's weird, like, I understand, like, sublimating, like, putting your normal sexual energies into something else, but, like, to do the inverse, where you're like, just don't do it at all, everyone must sublimate. Like, frankly, some people just can't not have it. It's just, I mean, it really is, like, against biological function. Like, it makes more sense to want to be sexually active, to have kids, stuff like that. And I think it just sends a bad damn message. And also, I mean, people have freaking questions about it, and just saying, like, don't have it, like, how will that prepare them for any sort of future in some sort of sexual relationship? It's just fucking ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people say, like, oh, there are all these people you know, having sex out of wedlock, and that's why there's so many unloved babies and abortion and all this. And it's like, no, that's always been happening. It's just in the public eye now. Come on now, there's a whole, like, group of medicine that was in China and Japan, all sheerly about women who wanted to have abortions because they were, you know, raped, or they were, you know, cheating on their husband and then stuff like that. So they'd want one, or they just wouldn't want another kid. So instead of figuring out a contraception, they would just go to this woman who would commit abortions. And, like, I don't know, I just think it's freaking weird that people act like in the 1920s there weren't unwed teen mothers. Like, that there weren't, you know, people like this. And I don't know. It's confusing. It's like people live in a dome of unreality, like, where what really happens doesn't really happen to them. They just, like, blank it out, and they choose to believe a portion of history that never existed. So, I don't know. I'll never understand it. I mean, just basic history. That's a big-ass damn raccoon. Oh, look, you're getting multi-platform action. Geese! That was the most satisfying death I could ever have in a video game. Apparently raccoons make duck sounds too. It looks like a lemur, because that thing's freaking huge. But, I'm running out of rainbows. I don't know. It's like, people always say, like, oh, violence is so on the rise. Yeah, go back to freaking, like, First Era and go see how often people are getting, like, brutally slaughtered, and how people do not care, man, woman, or child, who dies. And these people are just people in general. They're looking for money, food, anything. So it's not like this is like, these are new problems. These are the same problems we've been dealing with for centuries. Don't act like it's like some big surprise. Like, I love when people are always like, they were shocked at the horrific nature of these murders. And it's like, why? Why were you like, this isn't surprising. Like, Elizabeth Bathory slaughtered, like, freaking thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people, just because she was sick in the head. Like, you know, I don't understand it. It's like, it really is, like, I think it has to do with the fact that most people just don't understand common history, and we always try to, like, soften history. Like, there are a few things we don't soften, like, where we make it overtly, like, harsh. Get out of here, Goose. That goose is chasing me. Like, especially the Holocaust. People make, like, such a huge stink about the Holocaust, but they'll never make a big deal about, like, the Black Plague that wiped out more of Europe than anything else. Like, they won't talk about, like, Tiananmen Square, or they won't talk about... Whoa. I got a butt plug. But they won't talk about, like, stuff like this that would actually be relevant and interesting, because you know, you really want to understand why people do these things. And I think without a good measure of understanding right and wrong, I don't think it works out that well. And you let my energy bar refill. But, I don't know. And, like, even, like, Kublai Khan, who fucking cut a bloody swath across Europe, and, you know, just had him. And, like, even, like, freaking Muhammad running across most of the Middle East and into all the way into Spain. I mean, without understanding, like, who these people are, what they did, how they conquered, and why they did the things that they did, is one of those things that should be taught in schools. It's important to understand why we shouldn't act like that anymore. I mean, you can't really expect people to be, like, civil when they don't understand why you should be civil. Run like a fairy across there. Oh, I don't have a time limit, so I can just chill out. How many bulbs am I supposed to get? 5. Am I losing health? Yeah, I am. What the hell? Why am I losing health? Is it just because that's low? I certainly didn't get hit by it. Yeah, see, my health's slowly decreasing. I need a snowflake or I'm gonna die. Maybe it's get as many as you can. Okay. How many do I have to get? Go inside a revolving door. So, I don't know. And I just think that, like, history being taught is not teaching the most important part of it. I mean, if you don't know why certain things happened, you're going to be a little confused. I don't know. I guess it's just, like, me thinking about the, like, really drawing on the importance of learning certain things and really focusing on how history really does repeat itself over and over and over again. I have not seen a revolving door. Let's just cross. It's a lot easier to see light bulbs on either side of the street. Oh yeah, I just totally got hit by that car. Oh, there's a revolving door. That's just fucking weird. Note to self, people get pissed off when you use their door. I don't know. I think people assume that, like, it's especially weird when you have people that, you know, like, I don't believe in evolution because it's silly. It's like, if you even, like, paid attention in a history class, like, it would make sense to you. But, I don't know. I guess, like, common sense doesn't really work for a lot of people. I usually end up saying all the time, like, oh, we can't all be born geniuses. And it is true. I mean, not saying that I'm a genius, but it's just saying that, like, there are some people who definitely are not in the category of intelligent. I don't even care that I almost got hit by a bus. But I get hit by a bus and get clubbed by a security guard. This is so exciting. I don't know, it's the same thing, like, even, like, stupid stuff, like, Delirious is in school right now, and there are people who are in video game courses who've never played a video game. I mean, that's like writing a novel without being able to read. Like, apparently I'd get hit automatically there. 3 more to go. There's a revolving door. I don't really need it. So, I don't know. And I just don't understand that. It's fucking weird. It's also like, I don't know, you have big people who want to learn, like, foreign languages just to learn a foreign language, but they don't understand, like, the history and the culture and the reason for... Okay, apparently that hurts me. Oh, are you fucking serious? I'm missing 1 light bulb? It's probably on, like, the bottom side of the street in the beginning of the fucking map. I don't get, like, a map or anything? Any way to figure out what I'm supposed to do? Alright, there's a revolving door up here. this off. Alright, let's just keep order. We'll run down here, and then we'll hit up that stupid revolving door. Maybe it's like one all the way at the end at the bottom here. But... Alright, regain your energy. Regain it faster. It's weird too, like, people always act like people didn't have sex back in the day. Like, I mean, come on now. There was a form of contraception from the bark of a tree that Romans used to use as, like, an amazing contraception. And apparently they used so much of it that the tree went extinct. Like, think about that. Like, that's how important sex was to them. And I mean, it's important to, like, just about everybody. Match up the package's color. Ooh. Bioshock. Nope. Guess again. Ooh. Ah. Derp. If only it was this easy in real life. I'm a genius! I do deserve a promotion. I'm now a Lord Knight. No. Bigger packages. Yeah, Will Ferrell. How do you handle bigger packages? Ding! Ding! Here's your fucking package. Yeah, take that package, baby. Yeah, delivering. The package has arrived. I like this game. As in this mini game, not this actual game. This actual game is pretty stinky. Oh, I can't turn that? Ugh, lame. Alright. Ah. No, can't do that. Fuck, what am I missing? Apparently I can't turn that pipe. There we go. I'm to awesome. Ah, now I'm a Rune Knight. How many times are we gonna do this? Booyah! Because that's how elevators work. That's my PIN number. Just kidding. Whenever games get boring, all I have to freaking talk about is, like, really strange stuff. I mean, come on now. I've talked about nudity and the fact that people aren't learning history the way it should be learned. Elf really does not promote that. I mean, I could talk about my hate for Will Smith, or Will Ferrell, not Will Smith. Will Smith's the man. But I don't know. I also keep thinking I need to do movie reviews, but who knows. Yay, I like this one. I hate that clank sound. There's so many dirty dishes in my sink right now. Drive me nuts. I heard my roommate do it. There we go. This again. Let's just keep doing the same minigame over and over again. A monkey can remember 10 numbers? Are you stupider than a monkey? No! Thank you. I tried to press down, but it clearly was not functioning. Working fast in this minigame does not work to your benefit. Oh, it's 8. I should have totally remembered that, but I was thinking about that Simpsons where they talk about adding the area code. And how nowadays it's not really even that big of a deal. But then again, if my predictions are correct, there won't be phone numbers in the future. I don't know. And who calls people anymore? I like never call anybody. I have no interest to talk to people on the phone. Talking to people on the phone is like a glory hole. Make sure that you are not hit and that you do not hit Santa. Can do. Get the fuck out of here. I totally hit you. Owned you, bitch. Why are there so many Santas? How many do I have to hit? Hello? Do I just have to survive the time or something? I'm about to reach 10,000 points. Probably like insta fails me if I hit Santa or something. But really? Fucking Windows, man. I'm not gonna get into Windows. Also, I don't know why like a company like Google has not come out with an OS just to bankrupt Microsoft. I'm always surprised. Like, you think, like, yeah, programming OSs probably sucks ass. But, like, if you could get one, make it functional, and keep working on it and updating it, keep it in beta for 2 years, and then release it for free, like, even though you've worked hard on it or whatever, and, you know, you kind of deserve pay, even if you put it out for, like, less. Like, if you put it out for $20, and it was, like, really functional, had lots of backwards compatibility, and you could play pretty much all the same thing that Windows can play, or you had like some sort of code converter that would do it, then that would be awesome. I mean, I know there's so many unpredictable variables when it comes to programming stuff, but I don't know, I've just always wanted to see something new, because like, at this point, Windows is archaic. like, Mac is even more archaic, but, like, we live in the digital age. Like, can't we get a browser that lives in our actual digital age? Like, I don't understand why you would need extra things like a Flash player and stuff like that. Like, shouldn't that already come, like, bundled inside of it? The girls are screaming, talking about nothing, probably. But, like, I don't know, if you already had, like, an embedded video player that was functional, because Windows Media Players is a piece of garbage, pretty much, like, you could corner the market in a few seconds. And I understand that you do need, like, competition to make better programs or whatever, or make better software, but that's the whole thing is like, there's the only competition is Windows and Mac. I mean, yeah, there's Linux, but Linux is a whole different animal. That's for people who already know a lot of coding, programming, or in, like, the scene. But if you made something that was, like, available for, like, even people that have limited computer knowledge, I mean, you could pretty much own the world. Like, at least the computing world. I mean, that always surprised me why, like, Google or something else doesn't come out with it, because really that would be, like, genius. I don't know, and I feel like, I mean, Windows getting rid of, like, your basic DOS makes sense in the long run, because DOS is really old. Like, yeah, there's some things you can do in DOS that you just can't do in Windows, but it's really limited, you know? And I like DOS prompts sometimes, because it's easier to remove things that Windows is too stupid to remove. Like, I get a lot of folders for Windows, especially Windows 7, it's much worse. Get folders as, like, could not find the source or destination file. And I don't want to have to, like, enter a whole command string just to get rid of one thing, when I could just go to the folder, you know, and just manually delete it through DOS, and then restart Windows, and it would be gone. I mean, that's what I used to do, because I used to have the same problem with XP, that I still had DOS active on my system, so I could go back and do that and get rid of it. But for some reason, Windows loves giving me that error, like, specified file or folder cannot be found. And, like, you try to delete it, and it's like, Windows could not find source file. So, I don't know. It always bothered me. What bothers me is how goddamn long this is taking. So, I don't know. As for anything... Did I lose points? Did I, like, fail this? So, I don't know. To me, like, it astounds me that Windows charges so much, because, like, they're really the only realistic option. And it just, I don't know, I kind of hate it. Like, I hate having, luckily, like, you know, I'm running on like, what it would be a legal student copy, which apparently Windows doesn't think it's legal, even though I've tried doing everything. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't, like, just basic functionality stuff. Like, it always makes me angry that there's certain things that it just can't do, and I don't know, I wish we could, like, move forward with it. And it, again, like, paying $200 for, like, I paid, like, what, $180 for my copy of Windows XP, and it worked for a while, but then I had to download service packs, and there are certain things I couldn't do, and, like, there ended up being all these bugs, and it was just like, what the why would you release a program that's so poorly thought out? Are you serious? God damn it. this from now on. If it keeps failing me on this, I'm just gonna get pissed off. But no, or I'd get like a piece of hardware and I'd have to like go online to download updates because Windows didn't feature initial support or drivers for it. So then I'd have to like go to the website, and I know there's like a ton of products out there for it, but it was just like a tedious pain. Like if you were one of those people at that time who did not have the internet, your copy of Windows or whatever you bought would not work. Like the worst was I had a nightmare where my old keyboard broke, not recently, but a while ago, where my old keyboard broke, and I had to like go on, and then I had to go to a friend's house and get drivers and borrow someone else's keyboard just to get the keyboard I bought running, because Windows would not accept like a certain bit version of the installer. It was like, we cannot accept this. And I was just like, ugh. And the worst is when it's like, you could not, like, Windows could not execute blah 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 .dll. And like, the worst part is like, it's so indescript with error messages and stuff. And I need to stop bitching about Windows. But I don't know, again, like, some technology company, I know it's hard to go against Microsoft or whatever, but I don't know, I think someone needs to come out with something a little more functional. Like, I had Linux for a short while, and I did not like it one bit. I could not record, I couldn't do anything. I had to keep, like, again, like the same problem with my keyboard. I had to keep, oh, you forgot this patch. Oh, you need to do this driver. Oh, you need to type in this command line. Like, who the fuck would know all this stuff? And, like, then you have to troll forums to find out someone who isn't trolling you and actually giving you, like, legitimate information about it. And that's hard enough, because there are people on Linux forums that will go there and be like, oh, just write, like, this command, and you go to do it and it, like, deletes your system. Like, oh, thanks, jerk. Or it's like, you go to enter it and you're like, oh, no, that was for, you know, this version. Your version was not the version you should have gotten it for. Don't worry, we didn't put any tips up. Good, can we stop doing this minigame? Alright. I am unfortunately going to have to say that's the end of this episode of Let's Play Elf the Movie. With me, Morak Dice. See you later.